Good morning, YouTube. How's everyone doing? Bank Crypto here to basically give you some crypto drama. So if you are unaware of dominance and what happened with dominance, CryptoSaint or Sunny and Gandhiji, then you probably can skip this video. This is just basically a time warp, something that happened in the crypto space about a year ago, and I'm just going to tell my story. So anyways, we're going to go with Saint stole 300 ETH. That's how we're going to start it off. So CryptoSaint has over 300 ETH that he raised from dominance. I was one of the main YouTubers that was pushing dominance. I got a lot of people from my group, Decentralized Minds. I got a lot of people from there into dominance. When that happened, and I found out like that those funds went missing, I didn't know what to do, because we spent a lot of time calling a lot of people scammers. We spent a lot of time trying to nitpick and do this and do that, create FUD, and I ended up attributing to that. Then after that happened, I was made an admin of Dominance Group, which CryptoSaint, after collecting all the funds, the contract was supposed to launch in February of last year. It didn't happen, and he disappeared about like 2 or 3 weeks later. Disappeared from Telegram. People were hitting me up because I was the admin of Dominance, and I didn't even know I was the admin of Dominance. No one told me. And I'm sitting here like, why am I getting all these questions? I didn't even know what was going on until like the people from Dominance Group was started making a big stink about the funds. So I tried hitting up Saint. I couldn't find Saint on Telegram, and Sunny was like, yeah, you can find Saint on Discord. So why would I have to go leave Telegram to go to Discord just to find you? Like, number one, like, why are you just disappearing from your community that you raise funds from, right? That's the first thing, because I had to start looking at actions. And the thing is actions tell me what your intentions are, right? Not your words. So I deal with a lot of actions. So I saw a lot of things, and a lot of times I like to be quiet because I like to observe how people are. That's how I can learn how to deal with people, because I've been on Drunken Crypto a few times, and I said my piece here and there, whatever, but more time I stay quiet, because I like to, number one, I like to learn. There's a few things I didn't know, and a lot of things I didn't know, and I like to see how people interact with each other, you know what I mean, how they deal with each other, and whether or not I can see them as a friend or not, in a sense. If I'm spending time going to DOC, then I want to spend it for nothing. So anyways, I removed myself from Dominance Group. I was like, you know what, I don't have the funds, I can't be held responsible for this, because this feels like one of those jobs where, hey, I got the money, but you're the one that's going to take the fall. I'm going to leave you as admin. So that's what it felt like at first, right? So you're gonna have me pump on Dominance, take down all your videos. This man took down all his videos off of his YouTube and didn't even tell me, didn't even say nothing to me. So that's action number 2, by the way. So you made me admin of the group, didn't tell me, then left Telegram. So that's number 1, right? Number 2, this is the second point. Number 2, you then pulled all your videos off of YouTube, Dominance videos off of YouTube, and didn't even warn me or tell me like what's going on, like looking out for me, right? So that's number 2. You're gonna try and throw me under the bus, right? So I said, you know what? After I saw that, I was like, you know what? I don't want nothing to do with Dominance. I want nothing to do with DMZ, Decentralized Minds, a Telegram group that me and CryptoHeme created. I said, you know what? You can have them, because a lot of the people that were in there were from Gandhiji and Saint. Saint knew that a lot of the people brought them there anyway. So I said, you know what? You guys can have it. You guys took it over anyway. You guys made it the way you guys wanted anyways, right? because people couldn't even go in there and say what they wanted to say. They couldn't even talk about a project. You know, Saint's talking about, oh, I mean, not Saint, Sunny's talking about, oh, that's a scam. Everything's a scam except for Gandhiji, right? That's basically was the narrative. So I said, y'all have it. Provo, young Provo stepped up. He said he's going to take it. So I gave it to Provo. And then recently, I found out that my title was changed as owner of DMZ. And I was getting messages like, hey, I got banned, or hey, like, how come I can't do anything? And hey, like, what's going on? And I'm like, oh, I'm not the owner. You might have to talk to Provo. So then I look, and they're like, yo, you're the owner. I said, no, I'm not. I look, my title says owner. And I'm like, no way, I gave this shit up. So I put it in a post and said, look, man, whoever wants this group, whatever. Then I figure out I did give it to them. They just changed my title. So that's a third straw. Like I left that shit. I left that shit to regroup, restructure, and then y'all just keep coming back with this dumb ass little kid game shit, right? I don't have time for that shit. Saint has 300 ETH. Sonny, you said, let's say yes, it did happen. All right, this is you saying that the dominance funds entered into Gandhiji's contract. If so, like, to be honest with you, when I heard that, I was like, you know what? Maybe he's putting it there because they're expecting something to happen with Gandhiji contract, and once it moons, they'll probably give everybody back their funds and then some, because you know everybody's gonna eat that way. Didn't happen. So 300 ETH entered into the contract, right? Before 300 ETH was in the contract when the contract was at 1,500 and below. Let's go with that. Might have been 1,200, all right? But I'm going to go with 1,500 because I know it was less than that. So 1,500 ETH was in the contract. He put in 300 ETH at the time. So 300 ETH out of 1,500 ETH is 20% share of the total overall balance at the time, before Oracle pumped it all the way up to 28,000 ETH in the contract. Do you understand how much dividends that was? Number one. Do you understand how much the price increase per IND token at the time? Remember, ETH was worth about, I'm even going to go with a generous 200 to 300. Let's say it was 200 to 300 between that price range. We can even go with 200. It don't matter. That man made buku dollars. That man made over a million. And that is not even saying much, because the value at the time was worth 300 ETH times 200. Let's say it's that, right? At the time. Let's go with that. Right? And don't forget, so 60, let's say 60,000 at the time. And let's say these were worth $1 each at the time. $1 each. So you got about, let's say 60,000 IND tokens collecting. Now remember, Sunny owned up and said, this was over a year ago when Oracle asked him before he entered in the contract, how many tokens do you have? He said he had about over 24,000 IND tokens. So if Saint had ended up with way more, that means he had way more than the owner, right? Look at the value of these. Imagine selling 60,000. Imagine. Let me see if I can sell. Imagine selling 60,000 at $17. So let's do this math. This man is a mastermind, right? And these are just figurative numbers, whatever. You can go whatever you want. That's over a mil, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So that's over a mil. And that's without dividends. That's without, reinvesting when the contract was still low. Because remember, if you have 20% of the contract and the contract goes up, let's say the contract went up to 3,000 ETH in the contract, so he doubled up. Or I wouldn't even say double up, because that's a poor term to use. I wouldn't say double up, but he collected 20% shares, or even you can even say 15%, whatever you want, 10%, it's still a lot. All right. So this number right there is going without that aspect, without withdrawing the dividends, all right, or reapplying or reinvesting the dividends. Okay, so that's over $1 million with safe numbers. These are conservative figures here. Okay, $17, possibly 60,000 IND tokens at this price today is worth over $1 million. Okay, now remember, this contract went up to 28,000. So imagine selling 60,000 tokens when it was at 28,000. Would like to know. The SEC needs to find out. And so to go a little bit further on that, right? I know how salesmen are, and Saint is a great salesman. Okay. And the thing is I know people will take your kindness for weakness. People find your weakness to try and exploit you. Okay. My weakness is I am easy to trust people, and I actually, I find that I am a kind person, you know, and I think Saint spotted that. We had a conversation, and he told me a story. I don't even know if this shit's true. And looking back on all these actions, I don't think it's true. So he goes to me, he's like, man, you know, something really bad happened to me. You know, it's not ended up this way. And, you know, he was telling me a story that, you know, he was going to a corner store, and this dude was having, or he went somewhere, and this dude came up and shot him in the neck, thought it was somebody else, shot him in the back of his neck. And the person who shot him, his girlfriend, took Saint to the hospital and dropped him off there and saved his life. So that's how he's alive today. I think I'm going to call bullshit on that story. Because there's no way you got a story like that and you trying to appeal to my sensitive side in a way, and you got 300 ETH just sitting there, and then you got Sonny dealing with this man every Friday. Not even every Friday, every day, because they're good friends, right? So he wants to say he's not. See, he goes, he's not actually my best friend. My actual best friend would be offended. Yeah, I'm sure if you told your best friend, your actual best friend, that 300 ETH entered into your contract with your knowledge, he probably wouldn't be your best friend either, or he might be your best friend because of that. So, which one is it? You let me know, because this is saying, my mom used to always say, you show me who your friends are, I'll show you who you are. So if you're sitting there associating yourself with someone who took 300 ETH and then making jokes. So this man, Mr. John 420, right? Let me give you a little background story on him. Cool guy. He didn't know much about crypto at first, but he got it when he got into the space. He was serious. He wanted to get into all these Tron projects. He wanted to get in. I was responsible for a lot of encouragement that was given to him, basically with the crypto knowledge. You know, he watched me a lot. He got into dominance heavy because he trusted it, because I trusted it. And he put in about 22 ETH at the time. And this man lost a lot of money, 22 ETH. And guess what these cats are doing, man? They sat there making fun of him. They sat there laughing at him, saying that because his phone died, he couldn't talk on drunk on crypto. And I'm just like, yo, this man lost 300. This man, not 300 ETH. Sorry, he lost 200. 22 ETH. Coming up 100 numbers. 22 ETH, and they're just laughing at him. But they're supposed to be so-called Gandhiji. So tell me this: why does Saint have a satanic, demonic background? Right? Why does Saint have this background? Let me show you. Why does Saint have this? That's his main background right there. Why? Why does he have this with the red and black, right? And he's Saint, right? The name's Saint. Then you have Sonny saying he's Gandhiji. He stands up for this, and he has morals, and this and the other. So if you got morals, then why didn't you use your blockchain forensics that you use countless times on other people, other projects that you've called scams? How did you not use your skill set to figure out what happened with dominance for the people that entered into the contract? You really don't care. Action number one, or an action that was not taken, right? Because we're given chances. Each opportunity that you take, each moment that you take, you have an opportunity to make a decision. And when you don't take that decision, it shows what your character is. It shows who you are. Okay? So, you're sitting here for countless years talking about this person's a scam, this person scammed out, exit scam this, but you're supporting this dude for over a year and you know what's going on. So that tells me who you are, Sonny, or who you really are, Sonny. And I hold people to a higher standard. People aren't stupid. People only play stupid to catch you. That's what Saint does. Okay? So, the SEC needs to come and investigate this shit for real. Yo. Oh, yeah, it's over $1 million. For sure. Over $1 million. That's why they're shitting bricks when they heard I was making a video. Because the math behind that shit, bruh. The math right here. Dog, 300 ETH at this price is $500,000. If they entered into Gandhiji with all of that, with let's say ETH was 200 at the time, they got about 60,000. These are figurative numbers, right? This is nothing that I have, and I'm not gonna go do no deep sea diving, blockchain. I'm not with that shit. I have enough time. I don't have enough time to be sitting here doing that shit. I still gotta go clock into work, and I still gotta clock out at work. These niggas are over here with the 10 screens and they servers and chilling every day, running DOC, running Monopoly, because guess what? They doing the same thing the media doing to y'all. They want to entertain you guys while they're sitting there collecting on the dividends while you guys enter and leave the contract. They want you guys not looking at anything else. They want you looking only at Gandhiji. That's why they only talk about Gandhiji. So I will exploit that. I don't care. I do know what it takes to run a project, because we were supposed to launch a project and we ended up running into a few issues, but we didn't take anyone's funds and run away with people's funds. We didn't launch the contract because it wasn't ready. It wasn't safe for the users. I'm just saddened because there's people that possibly gotten turned off of crypto. Mr. John is probably working right now and trying to figure out how he's going to provide for his son's future. And we got people that go into DOC, drunk on crypto, and they claim that they fight for what's right, or they do this and they do that. Look at their actions. Look at their actions. You're gonna ban somebody for a so-called racist comment, and it could have been warranted, but why don't you put someone out on Front Street that stole funds? So this might seem like an attack on Sonny. This is definitely, I want people to know who CryptoSaint is, because he goes under different Telegram names. I want people to know what his game is. So if you're a YouTuber and he approaches you, he don't give a fuck about you. He just sees you as a way to target your fan base. That's all you're going to be used for. And I don't even think this is the first time he's done it. I think he's done it before when he had a bigger channel. He had a bigger channel. Supposedly he had a bigger channel where he had over, I think, 100,000 subscribers. So I already know who CryptoSaint is, but Sonny, you got to make a choice, because Gandhiji's name is gonna go down the gutter, right? You can't control what funds enter your contract, but you can control what you know. Okay, and you know what was right from wrong. And young Provo, like, you gotta take a step back and look at things objectively, because you over here, I don't know what it is. You must be collecting IND tokens for free, and that's why you're over there on the fan base. Like, you come over, you don't even speak content. You don't even know what's going on. You're not even talking about what the subject is. You just over here like trying to attack people. Oh yeah, ban him because like you banning people because it makes you feel good. Like, come on, man. That's not what DMZ was about. That's not why I made DMZ, to ban people because they want to express something that they experienced was a negative connotation. DMZ was to allow users to express themselves and to come to a safe haven. And I created that space, and guess who came in and exploited that space? So yes, I am to be responsible for a lot of what happened, but I didn't steal anyone's funds. I didn't take anyone's funds, and I'm not sitting here running drunk on crypto, and I hope you run it tonight. And you can tell all your people to come and watch my video. You can tell them to hit the dislike button. You can tell them to hit spam. You can tell them to hit whatever you want. Go on Drunk on Crypto, and all your followers are going to hopefully see this video. And when they see this video, they can look at things a little bit differently, okay? Because I've seen how DLC operates. And it's fun, it's cool. I was there. You know, I had great conversations. I'm not gonna front. I had good conversations and stuff like that. But just the way like it's turned, the way like people can't come on there and express themselves. Like this man, Mr. John, goes to work every day trying to get a future for his son, and y'all just laughing. Stop using people's name in vain, man. Stop using Gandhiji, and you can't even stand up straight, bro. Stop using that shit. Because I'm tired of like watching people use good figures with bad intentions, you know? Like, for real. You need to stop doing that shit. You need to stop laughing at people that lost money. You need to stop calling people scammers if you're gonna associate yourself with one. Like, that needs to stop. You need to stop banning people in other groups because they are expressing themselves about a scam that happened. DMZ was not made for that. And if you guys want to run DMZ, I won't be there. But anyways, anyone that wants to come, I've created a Telegram group. I am not going to I am not joining any group with any YouTubers. I do understand why Trey is the way Trey is. I'm not going to. I'm gonna run it the way it was meant to be ran. So if you want, join Greenhouse Telegram group, and I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your day. Hit that like button so that this video stays up, and I appreciate everything that y'all have done for me so far. Peace.